Characters in most games, they shouldn't and wouldn't live through any of the situations they've been in. So we're gonna be talking about some of the characters that should definitely be dead, should no longer be living. There's no possible way that they should be alive. And off the top of my head, Max Payne, Max f***ing Payne, like, what? That existence doesn't make any sense. How many times does this guy get shot over the course of trying to avenge his family and all that stuff? Think about all the bullets that have entered his body, like through places that definitely have vital organs. He's been shot thousands of times, and sometimes without having any medical attention. Well, other than, of course, having pain pills, which we all know keeps you alive, right? He's made more of lead at this point than flesh, because somehow I think the bullets have just fused into his body, and he's sort of accepted them into himself, and now he's just this bullet man. That's the only way he could possibly be alive. He's somehow a weird man made of lead.
How about any character that's been hit with Baraka's X-ray in the newest Mortal Kombat? What the f***? I mean, a lot of the X-rays are messed up and would probably kill you, but especially Baraka's. He takes those blades in his arms and he just shoves them into your eye sockets. There's no way. Johnny Cage is just a f***ing movie star. There's no way he's coming back for that. Back in the day, he had stunt doubles. Did he have stunt doubles? He might have done his own stunts. I don't remember, but there's no way he survives some mutant putting a giant forearm spike through his arm. There's no way he comes back for that. I mean, unless the whole plot of Mortal Kombat is they're really making a movie, like a Johnny Cage movie, and like he's some kind of superhuman. I thought he was just some dude that acted in movies. No, there's no way he survives that X-ray. I mean, it did a lot of damage, but he could get back up and punch you. Didn't make any sense. Should have just died.
One game that like a lot of people were waiting for was a reboot. It was the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft game, and like the first few minutes of this game, you're just like, how is she not dead? Like seriously? Like the game opens, she's on this giant ship, and then she gets like swept under the water, and like she's drowning. But alas, somehow she survives. Okay, it's a video game. I'll go along with it. And then in the first 4 minutes of the game, you fall like 30 feet and land, and you get impaled right through the side. The first 4 minutes of the game, you have two near-death experiences that should not be near-death. It should just be a death experience. She's running, she's jumping, she's in this dirty-ass water in a nasty-ass jungle. There's gotta be infections that's just gonna like destroy her insides. And then the first 6 minutes of the game, just everything is collapsing on top of her, and she's just like, I'm running, jump, jump. She jumps, like puts like a knife into a rock to like kind of catch on. But guess what? That's gonna dislocate your arm and you're gonna fall and die. I'm like, no girl, you're dead. No one could do that. Nathan Drake, baby, but not you, Tomb Raider. Sorry, Lara Croft.
Every character in any first-person shooter, they might talk about some specifically, but let's be real. I think this trend started about the time of Medal of Honor, one of the first Medal of Honor games, and you get shot. You start seeing red, and then it just goes away. So what happened to the bullet that you got shot? I've seen movies, okay? People get shot, and they're not like just okay with it. They're not just like, I can do this. No one's just okay. You don't get shot 10 times by a minigun. Like, you can't just get shot that many times and then just shrug it off 2 seconds later because you played hide and seek for a second. That's not how getting shot works, I don't think. But that's what first-person shooters would have you believe. So yeah, every single character in every first-person shooter nowadays should all be dead.
Raiden, poor Raiden from the Metal Gear series, really one of the most picked on characters, always getting an eye or an arm or something cut off. Man, especially in Revengeance when he loses that arm. Someone set a clock on how long he just walks around kind of bleeding out from his arm before finally the guys come in and rescue him. And even after they rescue him, and he doesn't tourniquet or anything, he's just bleeding everywhere. I understand he's a cyborg, and maybe his cyborg implants help him a little, but he lost a lot of blood, and clearly he still runs on blood, otherwise he'd be spewing like cyborg oil and stuff. And plus, didn't he get hit by a boat? A possible spoiler alert. Didn't he get hit by a boat in one of the cutscenes from the other Metal Gear scenes? Like a whole boat just kind of ran him over. He should not still be alive. I know he's mostly robot, but still, at some point, your brain just gets crushed and compacted or you lose too much blood, and you should be dead. You should be dead, Raiden. I'm Sorry.
I'm gonna think outside of the box a little bit on this one. One who would not survive? The vehicles of every single Twisted Metal game. Like, these are cars that are like crashing into each other, running into buildings, exploding, taking bullets, taking like giant rockets into them, and they're like, oop, nope, I'm just gonna drive out of this, no problem. And then the driver, they're like completely fine. What about a character like Axel? He's just there with 2 giant tires on the sides of him. Come on, man. Like, there's bullets flying around. Maybe think a little bit of metal around you might keep you safe. Yo, so Inky, who was the guy on the motorcycle again? Mr. Grimm. You're Mr. Grimm, you are the epitome of bringing a knife to a gunfight. Mr. Grimm should be dead. Like, 100% dead. Or he's already dead. Those games get a little confusing with their storylines. But still, no way you would survive that. Though I would try it in a heartbeat. If I could be in the Twisted Metal, I would do that. That's why I would be single, because I'm crazy enough to do that. Like, yeah, you want me to put guns in my car and drive around and kill people? Let's go for it. I'm a sadistic